How's it going, No Hit Media? And we are back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 most overrated players in baseball. So before we start the video, as a disclaimer, I want to say just because your favorite player may be on this board doesn't mean that I hate them or that they're bad. I just think that they are getting too much hype for what they deserve. So Cody Bellinger, coming off an MVP type of season, is still on this list at number 10 because of the fact that people hyped him up all year long and compared him to Ted Williams based on what he did in the month of April. Hitting 400 for a month is something that is very, very rare, even for a player as capable as Cody Bellinger. So this year does not reflect the fact that his stats finished at a 305, which is solid enough for an everyday player, but when you're comparing someone to Ted Williams, that is not enough, and that's how you end up at number 10 on this list. So Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. had a very, very solid season, was almost 40-40, but he is on this list because if he makes any sort of play, the entirety of the media blows up on it like it's never happened before. I'm not saying that Ronald Acuna isn't a talented player. He's very talented. He's very, very skilled, and he'll probably win an MVP in the next few years. On the 280 batting average, it's not enough to really consider him like that elite presence yet. If you paid attention at all during the winter, all we heard about during the winter was Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, and JT Realmuto. So JT Realmuto's trade to the Philly was a blockbuster deal, sending Philly's top prospects over to Miami in exchange for Realmuto. Expecting a little more from Realmuto than what they ended up getting at that 275. He had a solid season, great behind the plate, maybe win a Gold Glove, but for the type of prospects that they gave up, he didn't perform to the level that they expected him to. Josh Donaldson, a player that the Braves spent $25 million on for a one-year deal. He had 255 with 34 home runs. But for the amount of money that they paid him, and a year where 60 people hit 30 home runs, it's not great. He's very overrated in my opinion. That's how he ends up at number 7 on this list. So Aroldis Chapman, a guy who led the American League in saves with minimal amounts of control. He seems to make every single save a struggle, and he seems to also blow every important save. For example, Game 6 of the ALCS, giving off that walk-off to Jose Altuve. So Bryce Harper, the $330 million man without putting up the $330 million stats. Signing that record deal that was shortly broken after trial steal, we were expecting some generational numbers coming off of that contract, and what we got was average. So Manny Machado, another $300 million man at 10 years in San Diego. We also were expecting some more out of him. We got less than Harper, less than average. And San Diego hopes that Machado can bounce back because Tatis is going to be coming in hot. So Vladdy Jr. was the talk of spring. The whole when is he going to come up? And when he came up, and it was less than stellar. He was completely overtaken by Bo Bichette's debut and Bo Bichette's rise to stardom. Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke. The trade of Zach Greinke to the Houston Astros was supposed to be a big old blockbuster thing. Oh, the Astros are going to go win the World Series automatically now. Zach Greinke is not that good of a pitcher. He's had a bounce back year and it's been solid for him. But he has shown during his time with Houston that he is not that kind of guy. And finally, to end this list, at number 1, we have Javier Baez. Javier Baez was the easiest person to put in their spot on this list. Javier Baez plays the game above average, but everybody makes him out to be such a legendary player. He misses the easiest ground balls, makes one diving stop, and is a guide to everybody in baseball. You cannot go anywhere on Instagram without finding a Javier Baez highlight within the first 3 posts. Javier Baez is an average baseball player, at best at times. He does not deserve to get all this attention. That is why he is number 1 on this list. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share with your friends. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Later.